You can make beats in the metaverse right now. All you need is your Quest 2, the computer you use to make beats with, and to download the Immersed VR app. And the reason this is one of the best apps to have as a music maker is that this program will allow you to add 2 additional screens to your current setup or laptop. You'll find the Immersed app available for free in the App Store on your Quest. After you download it, it's going to tell you to download the client for your computer. This setup is super easy and simple. Once you download it, you open it up on your computer. It's going to ask you to open it up on the Quest. It's going to connect with each other. After that, you set it up to add the 2 new screens. The free version gives you access to 2 screens, but if you want more, you have to pay an additional fee. Well, for me, 2 screens will be plenty. The reason I love this app is because it allows me to make music on one screen. And let's say I use Ableton, right? So I can have my sequencer on one screen. On the other screen, I can have my mixing window. Then I could just move back and forth between those 2 screens. And then on my third screen, I could play a football game, I could have a basketball game showing, or probably even a movie on mute. Think about when you're on YouTube watching a tutorial, sometimes you gotta go back and forth and move the screens because you only have one screen. Now you can put the YouTube video on the other screen, have your program open, and then you can follow along much easier, accomplishing your goal much faster possibly. It just makes it easier to follow along. And it just gives you extra room that you wouldn't have if you only had the one screen that you usually use. Another reason this app is a total game changer is that most people that use this, they use it for their work. They have their whole team in the metaverse looking at the same screen. Basically, it's a virtual meeting they have, right? So what if you could have some friends that had their own Quest join you while you're making beats? They could either watch you, possibly learn, or maybe even collaborate. It would be very interesting to see if you can make beats and co-produce with another producer this way. You could be making music with someone who lives on the other side of the world. That's definitely something to think about. And once you've been set up, you can either keep the screens inside the metaverse environment, or you can press the mixed reality button. This will show the screens inside your room. It'll show all your devices you have in front of you, and you can see everything. Now with the Quest 2, it's gonna be black and white. I tried to do this and show an example, but it won't show up when I record it. But there is footage you can see that people can see their laptop keyboard or their regular keyboard. And if you have the Quest Pro, everything will be in color and you can see everything around you, your whole surroundings like virtual reality, and it looks amazing. Now the Quest Pro is $1,500 and I can't justify upgrading right now just for that specific function. I would say the Quest 2 will work just fine. I can still see my beat machine, I can still see my keyboard and my mouse. So if you already have a Quest 2, upgrading is not necessary, but let's see what happens when the Quest 3 arrives. Maybe it'll give us more of an incentive to upgrade. Right now, you should be just fine with your Quest 2. And there are a few keyboards that actually allow pass-through and will show up in the metaverse environment. Another super cool feature is that you can use hand tracking in Immerse. So if you don't want to use the controllers, you can use the hands to point and click and pinch and all that. When you open your palm, the menus pop up and you can press the buttons for whatever you want to happen, which is super cool. Me personally, I probably won't use that too much because I need my mouse and I'd rather click with that so I can be much faster like I normally do when I'm making beats. But there's a lot of functionality that you can use however you want. You can even have your phone alerts pop up inside the environment while you're inside there. Something that I just learned and I can't wait to set up. Also, it doesn't matter what OS you're on, this program works with Mac or PC, so you should be good to go. You get to enjoy this functionality no matter what system you're on. So if you're still watching this video right now and you have a Quest 2, go download this app immediately and click here to watch me make a beat inside the metaverse.